here we are down at my uncle's farm. I got my cousin Steven with me, and we're going over and doing the tractor tour. As you can see, pulling out right now. We'll get the John Deeres out of the way. John Deere 6615. All right, we don't need that. My uncle's going out to mow, so we'll get the John Deeres out of the way and we'll show you guys the Ford tractors. Oh, the other John Deere. We have a, what is this, Steven?
5075E.
Yeah, 5075E. This is what they use to move their round bales. Do you use anything else?
Like pick up pallets and stuff, like if we get any deliveries. If we have any millings that we put down, we use that with the bucket on it.
Does a pretty good job.
Yeah.
It does not have the shuttle. I know my uncle wanted the shuttle shift, but it's got the... I think they call this a synchro or something. Over here is park, and then... Where's the reverse on it? Oh, right over here. It's just kind of faded. So you put it in one of these gears, 1, 2, 3, or reverse, and then you have A, B, and C. The joystick for the bucket. Pretty simple tractor. So here's our first Ford tractor, the one that everyone wants to see. This is a 7700. It's got the bracket on it for a bucket, and probably how many years ago did you, was it last year or was it 2 years ago, did you start cleaning it up and painting it a little bit?
Started restoring this April 8th of 2017.
Did pretty good. The hood looks real nice. He's got some side panels. Actually, my uncle let Steven here do a lot of it, so this is going to be his introduction tractor that he learns on. Excuse me. And looking pretty good. What is this about? How much horsepower is this?
It's rated around 80 something.
80 horsepower. What do you guys usually use this tractor for?
This is one of the general purpose tractors, so it either Ted's, used to bale before we got the John Deere. Haul wagons around with it.
You got your hydraulics, your PTO. Here's your shift pattern here. So you have a high-low, right? This small shifter's the high-low, and then this one's your 1, 2, 3, 4 in reverse. Or your 5, 6 in your high range, your 5, 6, 7, 8 in reverse. You got the dual power. Which dual power, for anyone who doesn't know Ford, you start off in the low side and then you can click it up to a higher gear, correct?
Yeah.
And they got two of these tractors, so let's go see the second one. And this is the second 7700. Pretty much identical tractor, just doesn't have the brackets for the bucket.
It also hasn't been restored yet.
Yeah, it obviously hasn't been restored yet, but one at a time. It's just about the same thing you use. Wagons, whatever.
Wagons, tedding, yeah, universal tractor.
Yep, just whatever. So we're not going to climb on this one because we already climbed on the second one. So why don't we just jump right over here. This is the newest tractor you got. You had a Ford 7710. That was starting to get pretty tired, so you guys traded it in, and you ended up getting a New Holland TS6 110. What do you think about this tractor?
This is probably like one of my favorite ones just because of it still keeps the real native controls that I'm used to on the old Fords, but at the same time it still brings a lot of modern feel to it.
Yeah, you were saying earlier, it's nice that you can plug in your phone and listen to your music.
Yeah.
You got a parking brake, your PTO's over here. You got your high-low selector here, and then 1 through 4, so it's an 8-speed. You got a shuttle shift, foot throttle, hydraulics here and down here. I see you got the thrower for the small square baler.
I haven't really gotten a big chance to use that though. It's only baled like twice.
Yeah. I have Ted with this tractor. I was the first one to Ted with this tractor. Somebody was out of town and I was down visiting, so somebody was a little jealous that I got to be the first one to Ted with this tractor.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So here we got the Ford 3600. This is basically what, the raking tractor?
It rakes and it mows our own personal lawn, yeah.
Yeah, so you got the, was it a mower or an actual bush hog? Just
yeah,
it's
a deck mower.
Tiny little, it's got the, let me go around here. The old 2 handles in between your legs there. Just a tiny little tractor that works good around the farm. So this is the next one on the list to get restored, Steven says. This is a 1975 Ford 8600. And your dad was just saying a couple years ago, up till a couple years ago, he had the original tires still on this. They were so dry rotted, he said he wouldn't take it out in the field, but he finally got new tires put on it a couple years ago. So for a 1975, this is actually the second set of tires. It actually was basically only on the blower for a while, right? It was only doing that, but
well, in its first life, it was
had the thing for dual wheels, right?
Yeah, when we had it in for field work, when we roller harrowed with it, we disc with it. That's when the duals got put on. I used to chop, used to plow. This was like the main workhorse of the tractor back in the 80s and 90s.
Well, you had two. I always thought it was funny. Our grandfather, it's like he bought two of everything. He had two 86s, two 77s. The two 77s are still here, but I remember looking through the photo album, and the other 86 that had an actual cab. This one has the roll bar with a canopy, but the one with a cab was traded in for the tractor we'll show you next. Well, let's just look at this one. I always heard these were nice tractors if you didn't have to shift much with them.
They are a real bear to shift with. Really, if you do any shifting on the move, you got to make it fast, or else you're going to end up grinding the gears like nuts. It's probably one of the worst shift layouts that Ford ever really put in a tractor. Like, if you really want to go anywhere, you got to take this out of park. There's notches, you got to slide it up in. You get your high right there, your low there. And then from here, you got your 4 main gears in reverse.
Oh, that's your throttle, right?
Yeah.
Throttle, foot throttle, PTO here, hydraulic. Still a good workhorse of a tractor, though.
Does need a lot of work, though.
Needs a facelift.
Brakes are go right to the floor. Gas pedal sticks.
And
gauges really don't work.
A chrome pipe.
Chrome pipe and a new set of paint, yeah.
Chrome pipe, new set of paint. Don't worry about the other stuff. Brakes. Now let's go see their big tractor. The best tractor, would you say?
I'd say so, yeah.
Let's go check it out. The 1989 TW15 is what I think was a great trade to trade the 86 in for. Being a John Deere guy, I will always love John Deere's, but I tell you what, these TWs are just beautiful tractors. So the 89 TW15.
This is the last year that they put the actual analog controls in it. Then they went to full digital RPMs, the pressure gauges, your battery.
And here's the cool thing right here. Those are accurate. 3,110.6 hours on this 89.
This tractor really doesn't get taken out much. It really only does planning and chopping, really, which is gonna be its last job for the year.
They got it on the FP230, which this FP230 is a 2000. That's the first year they went from the 900s to the FP model. So this was actually bought up the road from my place in New York. So same kind of shift pens, kind of the same thing like the 77s. You got your high-low. And does this have a park position on this one?
Right here is a
you got your handbrake. And there is the two shifters. You got your high-low. And then you got your
right
1 through 4.
Here.
Your dual power is down there. Throttle's over here. Go ahead and rev it up a little bit. Sounds pretty sweet. So those are the Ford tractors on the farm. Most of them were here when I was a little kid. The 3600 came later, but everything except for the John Deere's and the New Holland came when I was older. But these tractors were around when I was a little kid, and now they've been there ever since these guys were just little guys. So anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the Ford tractor, something a little different than John Deere's. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video. Drop a comment below. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you have, thank you. Check me out on Instagram, MikeP7810, and check him out on Instagram if you want to see more going on around the farm at
Hal Farmer.
That's H-O-U-G-H Farmer. And we will see you next time.